So, in a great changing world that what I would deem sometimes is impersonal, the opportunity would be things like bring the personal touch back. Oh, isn't that? But that's kind of old school, Ryan, isn't it? Yeah. You know what? I was really going back to practicing what I preached the last few weeks to write handwritten notes to people. I'm big on that. But I've gotten away from it. And 3 clients took time to email me back and said, that made my day. Is that some revolutionary idea? I mean, didn't the older business, that was kind of a norm? Oh, well, okay, so you're saying just forget everything that's new and do all those stuff. No, I'm not. I'm saying integrate it, figure out your own DNA and build upon it. There's no magic. How about this one? You know, if you're going to get beyond all the noise in front of them, how many people, did you drive over here this morning? How many people feel this when you get here? That's how we all feel. If we feel that way, the people we're selling to want to go, whew. So the people that can go in and make them feel like that, that's who they want to talk to. I had a guy, not too long ago, he's related to this industry. I was calling for a client to get some information. The guy called me 5 voicemails, and I do my best to get back to people, but this guy was getting kind of humorous because it would be like, this is Bob Johnson, Eastern Region Divisional Sales Manager for so-and-so. I'm calling you to see if you received the packet of information we sent you. It goes on. And I was, well, finally about the 4th voicemail, it was getting kind of funny because I never even had a chance to respond. He just kept calling. And I'm sitting there for a living. I'm like, this is great case studies. I mean, so finally, this guy, I guess, thinks I answered the phone and hung up on him. Which, again, I'm not even there. So he says, this is Bob Johnson, Eastern Region Divisional Sales. What? It's like the office. I'm the assistant to the assistant regional manager. And I'm like listening. I'm like, he said, you know, let me just stop you talking to the voicemail. You don't have to hang up on me. I can't hide the fact that we have a 1-800 number in our office. And, you know, because it's coming up on your caller ID, that is not good business. Now, I would just appreciate, even if you want to tell me to go jump in a lake, you to just call me and tell me if you received the information. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I actually still have that saved. Now, I can edit out the name I'm going to use. So finally, the guy emails me. I send him back and say, I have everything. You did, you know. By this time, you can see my contact information. You probably know that I do a little bit of this stuff. But he calls again. And I'm like, okay, I answered this time. I'm sitting there. I'm like, hey. He's like, I was like, I know who you are. He says, oh, I was just calling to see if I got that package. He's like, right. I'm the Eastern Division Sales Manager. He's like, oh. I was like, and I sent you that email. I was like, oh, yeah, you did. I was like, but I want to tell you, you are very thorough. Very thorough. He's like, well, thank you. I'm like, don't lose that aspect of it. But I mean, that's what people don't want, and I'll just tell you that story. How about the BCS game, Alabama-Notre Dame? Who saw that game? Quarterback of Alabama, down in my neck of the woods. His girlfriend, she becomes the story of the game. Poor Brett Musburger, you know? All right, so let me tell you what's happened. This is the world we live in. She goes from that to tweeting. She's working at Chick-fil-A, which started in Georgia. That's her job. She's Miss Alabama. She's working at Chick-fil-A, trying to make it as, you know, whatever. Gets the BCS thing, starts trending on Twitter, gets 20,000 more followers within a few hours. Donald Trump, over the Miss America pageant, tweets to her. They communicate. Now the quarterback's in on, they're tweeting all this stuff out. Fast forward a few more weeks, the next morning she was interviewed by Good Day with America, whatever it's called. And I looked this week, and she's at Super Bowl week as a media interviewer for Inside Edition Extra. That's the world. There's no barriers. So I just share those things because they're important for us to consider. So